That airplane crashed into a snowy mountain. There were many passengers on the plane. They were sucked out by the airflow. The man in the seat was very nervous. The plane's fuselage slid down towards the mountain. Passengers in the plane protected their heads. The plane continued to rapidly slide down. The passengers were pressed forward by the force, experiencing great pain. Some people collided with the top of the plane. After a long time, the man woke up. His mind was fuzzy. He unbuckled his seatbelt and started to help others. The man went to the cockpit and began calling for help on the radio. No one responded. The captain was severely injured. The night quickly fell, and it was very cold outside. They huddled in the cabin, everyone shivering with cold. The sun came out, and the man walked out of the cabin. Everyone else came out too, starting to search for useful supplies. They worked together to rescue the injured and help each other. Night fell again. A group of people used suitcases to form a cross-shaped sign in the snowy ground to signal for help. Finally, a passing airplane appeared in the sky. They used a mirror to reflect sunlight onto the plane. Everyone joyfully cheered. Before this, the plane had crashed into the snowy mountain, and they were trapped here. They waited for a response near the damaged plane. The passing plane did not notice them, leading to growing frustration. 4 men started moving towards the mountaintop. When they turned back, they saw an avalanche on the opposite mountain. The sky gradually darkened, and they returned to the cabin. A new day began, and they smashed open a suitcase, finding a radio inside. They tried to use it to catch any news but received no messages. Tensions rose, leading to some arguments. As night fell, everyone returned to the cabin. Inside the cabin, there was laughter and conversation, easing the tense atmosphere. A large amount of snow poured into the cabin. The man struggled to climb out of the snow pile. He walked out of the cabin and outside. It was heavily snowing. He returned to the cabin to assist his companions. Together, they rescued more people. Daylight arrived, and they climbed out of the cabin, resting and sunbathing in the snowy field. The man found a battery in the plane and connected it to some wires as night approached, illuminating a light. During the day, the man, wearing headphones, used a radio to call for help, but there was no response. The group stayed by the damaged plane, utilizing everything they could, but still couldn't get assistance. 3 people decided to set out. They needed to traverse the snow mountain to convey a message. One person hesitated midway, leaving to continue. They crossed several snowy mountains and encountered a man on horseback by the river. Finally, the message got through. A helicopter arrived at the snowy mountain. They boarded the helicopter and were finally rescued.